Welcome to Bad Gear, the show about the world's most hated audio tools. We, the synth people of the 21st century, have a problem. We have absolutely no excuse for our music to be bad. Professional production tools are more or less available for free. Essential information on music creation is spoon-fed to us 24/7, and there's an almost unlimited supply of sonic gadgetry, both old and new, in every price range. Today we are going to talk about the Casio RZ1. Some might consider this 1986 drum machine sampler an important pop cultural artifact to be an elegant instrument for a more civilized age, but for me,
it was Tuesday.
At the first glance, the RZ1 is ticking all the poor person's SP-12 boxes. 12 unalterable and super crunchy drum samples, with an alleged resolution of 20 kHz 12-bit that feel like 6 but most probably are sampled at 10. A kick that is better than no kick at all. Punchy snare. 3 80s toms of the uncool kind. Crusty hats. Nice rim shot. Short yet usable cymbals. A non-808 cowbell. And one of the clappiest craps to ever grace an electronic musical instrument. Just like on more iconic drum machines like Roland TR-707, these sounds can't be replaced, pitched or otherwise altered when using an unmodified RZ1. Quite similar to the 707, there are plenty of faders. Great for quick and dirty jams. The only way to give individual sounds a personal touch is by making use of the multiple outputs. Which is fine with me. Some of these tones not only share one of these outputs but also can't be played at the same time. It can be assumed that the main reason why the RZ1 had quite an impact on late 20th century music is the built-in lo-fi sample functionality. 4 slots offer a maximum sample length of 0.2 seconds per sound. You can merge 2 slots to a 0.4 second sample, or all 4 to one ginormous 0.8 second sound. I love the future. Sampling is straightforward. But again, there is no way to edit or alter the sound except for the analog filters accessible via 2 small knobs on the rear panel that seem to be broken here. The internal sequencer is similarly easy to use. No menus, a basic quantization option called Auto Compensate, rudimentary editing of patterns, accent, swing I wasn't able to figure out how to use, and it might be irritating to users of modern-day groove machines, a maximum pattern length of 99 bars and more or less free choice of time signatures. I haven't found a way to switch patterns or enter record mode without stopping the sequencer though. Bummer. It's easy to reach the limits of the note memory even without engaging the archaic yet functional song mode. Fortunately, you can back up note and sample data using either SysEx, which is undocumented in the manual, or the empty port of the instrument. These options come in handy, especially if the memory battery of your RZ1 is empty, as is the case here. You might be surprised that prices for this antique are in brand new Electron model samples territory and beyond. For a reason. Fairlights, emus and even more accessible instruments by Roland or Akai were mostly unaffordable to aspiring artists in the mid-80s, so the comparably cheap Casio was the first beat-making machine of legends like the RZA, It's All Over albums like De La Soul's 3 Feet High and Rising, and it later found its way into the setups of Daft Punk and the Chemical Brothers. I'll take two and throw in the official sound collection on cassette tape for good measure. Thanks to Levni for lending me this beautiful antique. Casio's RZ1 must have been a godsend to up-and-coming musicians back in the day. Nostalgia aside, would you get one for the hugely inflated prices of 2023? You have already heard the stock sounds of the machine in today's intro tune, a drum kit only a mother could love. I can't wait to record a few samples and take the faders for a little test drive. I don't think Uli will clone this anytime soon. The sounds are usable in some applications, but you definitely have to factor in a substantial amount of external FX. Playing the faders is fun. It seems like we haven't found the genre sweet spot for this drum machine yet. Let's go for a darker overall atmosphere and bring out the big guns. That's much more to my liking. Tape echo, analog kick and the dubby selection of samples complement the internal drum sounds nicely. Using the machine with an external sequencer is a real improvement. The limited amount of sample slots makes it hard to demonstrate the RZ1's strengths in a jam situation. Let's go all in on sample-based beatmaking in this golden age boom bap meets 1998 Austrian downtempo for distinguished broccoli enjoyers. It's difficult to deliver a verdict on the RZ1. Nostalgia and private synth museum culture aside, integrating the drum machine into a modern-day workflow isn't all fun and games. That being said, it's easy to use, faders and multiple outputs are great, the sampling functionality offers a very distinct crunch, and you will be hard-pressed to find a sub $1,000 vintage machine that combines all these features. However, in case you don't need this all-in-one package, alternatives are plentiful. The slightly more expensive TR-707 has a brighter and punchier sound, affordable TR-626s have a tuning parameter, and when it comes to old-school sampling, an early Boss SP or maybe even a Yamaha DJ-X might do the trick. But we all know that all this doesn't matter when browsing the local classifieds in a late-night drunken stupor while listening to ancient mixtapes. Thanks for watching and see you next time! Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Feel free to like, subscribe, become a patron and leave a comment what other kind of gear you would like to see and hear on the show.